Hello everyone, welcome to my course How to Remember the Vocabulary You Learn. Overview: this course is meant for all those who are appearing for the GRE, SAT, TOEFL, IELTS exams and for all those who wish to improve their English comprehension skills. The answer to riddle number 2, do you remember what it was? A piece of paper that takes most people 3 to 4 years to get. What am I? The answer is a diploma or a degree, as we call it in India. Can you believe just for a piece of paper you have to slog 3 to 4 years? Wow. Okay, moving forward. Lesson 3 is on virtual reality. The topic is 7 surprising real-world uses for virtual reality, written by Chris Neger, May 25th, 2017. All the words highlighted would be the vocabulary that you would need to answer at the end. So let me begin. The virtual reality VR market is expected to reach nearly 34 billion by 2022, and global shipments of VR devices, excluding mobile ones, are forecast to grow by 75% this year to 5.1 million units. Many people assume that virtual reality or VR is just for gaming or watching movies, but there are plenty of companies, researchers and technology developers using VR to improve the quality of life for many people, make products better and undertake new scientific research. Here are just a handful of real-world uses for VR that are already in existence. Training astronauts. Number 1. At NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, some astronauts strap on Oculus headsets that are paired with Microsoft's Nasdaq MSFT Kinect motion sensors to control a robotic arm. The training simulation is used to help astronauts learn how to control robotic equipment that may someday help with future missions. NASA also uses VR headsets to train astronauts on how to perform maintenance on International Space Station missions. The software simulates a zero-G environment and can even work in tandem with a crane that hoists astronauts off the ground for a full-body immersion experience. 2. Assisting the physically disabled. Researchers at Duke University conducted a year-long study with 8 paraplegics using an exoskeleton. Facebook's Nasdaq FB, Oculus Rift VR headset, and other equipment to help patients with chronic spinal cord injuries practice walking. Patients wore the VR headset, displaying a 3D avatar from a first-person perspective while walking with the help of a custom-built exoskeleton. After more than 2,000 sessions and nearly 2,000 hours, all of the patients experienced some level of increased muscle control and sensation. The researchers said the study found that this combination of technology and rehabilitation could be used for potentially new neuro-rehabilitation therapy, capable of inducing partial recovery of key neurological functions. Number 3. Helping veterans with PTSD. VR headsets and software are being used to help US soldiers who've suffered from traumatic experience while deployed. One of the most recent programs is a joint effort between the Pentagon and academics called Brave Mind, which is helping Iraq and Afghanistan veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, which is called PTSD. The program uses video game graphics to recreate scenes a veteran has gone through as a form of exposure therapy. Along with the VR headsets, Brave Mind also implements sounds and even smells that a veteran may have encountered at the time. A recent Bloomberg article noted that Brave Mind has reduced stress symptoms in some veterans by up to 80%. 4. Test driving a vacation. VR is often used in games to take users to places they could never go, but some travel agencies are using it to take customers to places they're about to visit. Travel agencies are experimenting with holiday experiences where customers use a VR headset to virtually visit exotic locations or even view their hotel before they book their vacation. Agencies are realizing that creating professional VR videos that coincide with the destinations they offer could be a boon to a business that's been hit hard by online travel websites. Number 5. Simulated hands-on medical training. Medical facilities and universities are beginning to use VR to train some of the medical students in life-saving procedures. The Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland has created its own interactive VR medical training simulator with which students strap on Samsung NASDAQ OTH:/SSNLF Gear VR headsets and learn how to react to emergency room situations. Other facilities are training surgeons with VR headsets so that they can gain more experience practicing difficult and rare procedures. In addition, some students are being trained with immersive first-person VR videos that help them to see what it's like to perform specific surgeries. 6. Helping people with autism improve their social skills. A 2016 study from the University of Texas at Dallas found that some individuals with autism spectrum disorder were able to improve social cognition skills and even reported better real-world relationships after participating in a VR training program. VR software allowed the users to be immersed in social situations such as a job interview or a blind date to practice their skills in a safe environment. Some of the benefits of the training included improved emotional recognition, understanding others' perspective, and increased problem solving. Number 7. Virtually test driving vehicles. Automakers have looked to VR as a new way to get potential buyers into the dealership, at least virtually. Volvo created an app for Alphabet's NASDAQ:/GOOG, NASDAQ GOOGL, Google, cardboard several years ago that allowed users to take its XC90 SUV on a Mountain View drive. More recently, Audi created a VR experience for its Q5 SUV with which users can create their own sandbox racetrack for the vehicle, including jumps and dunes, and then sit in the driver's seat to experience the fun. Last year, Cadillac encouraged some of its lowest volume dealerships to convert their physical showrooms into virtual showrooms and little or no actual inventory. Instead, dealers can bring a VR headset to a person's home or work to view the vehicle, and customers can then purchase the car after they've viewed it. And Jaguar Land Rover is letting potential customers explore its new Discovery SUV through VR headsets in its showrooms months before they'll see it at the dealership. Moving on to the vocabulary. First word is tandem, which is an adjective, which means having two things arranged one in front of the other. In a sentence, a tandem trailer. There is no synonym and antonym for this. Paraplegics, noun. A person affected by paralysis of the legs and lower body is the meaning. In a sentence, researchers hope the treatment again might enable paraplegics to walk again. Ecoskeleton, noun. A hard protective outer body covering of an animal, such as an insect, crustacean or mollusk. There are no synonyms and antonyms for this. We move on to deployed, which is a verb, past tense, deployed. Move troops or equipment into position for military action. In a sentence, it will read, forces were deployed at strategic locations. Synonyms, position, station, post, place, install, locate, situate, site. Next one is immersive, which is an adjective, meaning of a computer display or system generating a three-dimensional image which appears to surround the user. No synonym antonyms for both. Next is autism, which is a noun, meaning a mental condition present from early childhood characterized by great difficulty in communicating and forming relationships with other people and in using language and abstract concepts. Next is spectrum, which is a noun, used to classify something in terms of its position on a scale between two extreme points. So in a sentence, the left or the right of the political spectrum. No synonym and antonym for this. We move on to comprehension, which is your self-study. First question, what is the main idea of this article? Please answer it, write it down in your notebooks. Second, what are the benefits of virtual reality training in society? All the best. If you have not followed my reading, read it again. We move on to the last part of our lesson today, riddle number 3. I suck. What am I? Yes, you heard me right. I suck. What am I? The answer will be given in the beginning of lesson 4. Keep watching. Be alert, keep sharp. Bye for now. But before I go, thank you for watching. Share this with your friends. Do write to me with your comments, suggestions and feedback. I love to hear from you all. Bye again.